What is this? Slay the Spire 2.
That was the first look at the gameplay of Slay the Spire 2.
So stay tuned and don't ask me for beep. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah. And now, a new kind of cozy game that is unlike anything you've played before.
This is not Slay the Spire. Oh, this is way longer than I thought it was.
On the floor lies a tome covered in blood, titled Top Ways to Conquer the Spire. You find this manuscript highly suspicious because it's covered in blood. You read the book, covering your hands in blood.
Man, that's a lot of blood. Seeing as how so many people believe in them, I feel like it is beneficial to teach the very basics of religions to kids in school. It's basic life knowledge. What a Hindu / Muslim / Christian is, it's absolutely not. And by the way, there's absolutely no fucking class that you could make to summarize the beliefs of any of these people. Because even these fucking retards will literally fight amongst themselves over what their religions even fucking believe in. So what if you give a class on Christianity, is it going to be from a Catholic perspective? Or is it going to be from a Protestant perspective? Or are you going to try to cover the Catholic perspective and then also go through all the different forms of Protestantism? No, no, fuck that. What a waste of fucking time. If people want to study religion, do that shit on your own. If you want to incorporate history, religious history as part of your history class or something, like, oh, these were the caliphates, or this was the expansion of the Catholic Church in the Dark Ages, or this is fucking Israel or whatever bullshit, then go for that. But the actual like theological beliefs, learn that shit in church. What a waste of time. Time would be better spent reading Harry Potter. Wow. So there's no value in Judeo-Christian moralism other than being the literal foundation for Western jurisprudence. First of all, less than 1% of Christians have even read the Bible cover to cover. My guess is less than 10% of Christians have read a single one of the Gospels cover to cover. I say cover to cover, it's like just one of the Gospels. So no, why the fuck would I want to waste time teaching some boring ass shit that even the adherents of the religion won't bother reading to kids in school? Fuck that shit. Learn the law. Okay. Create 4 groups of 4. Wow, now we're doing pictures today. Thank God. Wow, Cushion Tush. Thank you for the tier 5 subs. All right, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. Your take on religion class is a little reductive. You can cover the very basics that all sects believe in, Jesus, Bible, etc., while acknowledging differences in interpretations and belief. For other religions, even knowing the very basic is more than they'd ever know. Who cares? There are other things that are, I think, more important to learn about. You learn much more about morality if the school just had them watch Star Wars 4 through 6 than any religion. True. And The Matrix 1. Yes. Sunday. Ice cream sundae, bed, saw, a shirt, a triangle, 2 rats, mice, gear, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. I don't even have solfege memorized. T? Is there zipper? Seeds? Nuts? Mixed nuts? Coffee? The letter G? Aghast? Ugh. Disgust? Mouth? Expression? T? Oh, I get it. Things that can be called T. Oh, this is a comb and this is a bank. So this is a T, a t-shirt, T for the note, a T like a golf tee, and then, oh, and then T. It's got a tea bag. This is like a sauce or a topping, because it's an arrow pointing to this, so what's on the top of a thing? Zipper. Gear. Seat saw. A bed. Ah, 2 rats. I feel like this is like this isn't like a delta symbol, right? Because it's got the shaded thing here. I feel like this is a thing that I should know and I don't. G, 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 different G's. Different G's, multiple fonts. Types of a thing. Chocolate sauce, sauce topping, zipper, zip, close and open, a mouth, breathing, inhale, exhale, mouth, expression, a gear, a ratio, rats, mice, siblings, rats and mice, triangle thing, G, 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 different fonts, G's, bed, sleep, bed, morning routine, like a brush, comb, nuts, seeds, saw, a comb, things, parting. Parts, part. You can part with a zipper. You can part things with a saw. You part things with a comb. Does a bank part things? Or you part your lips? Open your mouth? Part with a bank? You can crack open a nut? But these are, not all of these can be opened, right? Open the bed? Open a checking account? No, that's so stupid. Still one away. Open. Crack open. It would just be the, open a Sunday. Open a gear, open a rat. Open. Change something. Part something. Oh my god, I'm so mind-fucked right now. It's not, it can't be this. That would be so stupid. Open. Open a bed, open your sheets, make your bed, make. It can't be this. It can't be this. It's not this. No. Fuck! Open a gear? Turn? A mechanism for opening things? It can't also. No. A Sunday split. That's not a thing. A root beer split. Is this like a root beer split? Zipper open, saw, comb. No. Part split? No. No way. It's got to be. Oh my god. Okay, let's just think. What else do we have here? Change? Like, if G changes fonts, you can get change from a bank. A triangle delta can represent change, and the seeds change into a tree. I don't care. The wheels turn. Bed, sleep. I don't care. No. Yeah, fuck it. Bro, fuck me. What is this? Objects with teeth, mild oaths? Ooh. Comb, gear, saw, and a zipper. Okay. Mild oaths. Like fudge. Jeez. Find me the author of this puzzle. Rats. Parts of a river. A bank, a river bed, a river mouth, and a river delta. Bro. No trickery in time guesser. Oh yeah, wait. How isn't mouth an object with teeth? The mouth isn't an object? Man, this feels hella Italian to me. I feel like I'm looking at an Italian menu. Jesus Christ. Chill. We'll just stick you right here. Fuck it. 1940. Got some Nazi shit in there. Why not? Two men singing opera at a Christmas market in Piazza Navona, Rome. Okay. We'll take it. Something MO Theater. RMO? Maybe? That has to be an R, right? Could it be any KMO? RK. Maybe AMO? I'm not sure. Presents what? R Town, March 28th to the 25th to 28th. Oh, wait, where the fuck are... This has to be like... fucking some bullshit-ass desert. Anchorage. Oh my God, Anchorage. Isn't that Alaska? Am I making this up? Wait, hold on. Am I getting baited? Is this like a movie production where they pretend to be Alaska, but they're not actually? Am I getting epically baited? What the fuck are these guys doing? When the fuck did Alaska even join the U.S.? I don't even know. Fuck, I don't actually know. Anchorage, Alaska. It's gotta be Alaska, right? Alaska store for men. Amusements. The fuck happened here, bro? Shit got fucked. Okay, no cars? Well, no, those are cars. These look like modern-ish. Oh, that bad boy right there. Let's just throw up a big old 1960. Fuck it. Ooh, okay. A soldier crossing a street in Anchorage, Alaska, whilst it was under martial law following the Great Alaskan Earthquake. Okay. Thank God for that car. Holy shit. Oh no, what is this? Trapezo Bang. Bang Bong? MB. Trapezo Sukhumvit. What the fuck language? Here, MRT BTS. I feel like I should know this. Oh fuck, wait, what is that? Are these the legendary Indian texts? Airport. Terminal 21. Okay, wait, Terminal 21. Wait, no. Why would I just assume it's not an airport? Okay. Fuck me, I didn't do the fucking flags. Who is the Pepsi flag? Who's the Pepsi flag? You know what? Fuck it, dude. Somewhere down here, maybe. Recent. 2005, 7, fuck it. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's Southeast Asia. You know what? We take those. Anti-government protesters filling the streets of Bangkok in a bid to drive Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra from office. Okay. Hiawatha Gift Shop, souvenirs, direct film, players, United Cigar Store. What? These look like U.S. license plates. Are we in the United States? We must be, right? Am I crazy? Hold on. The Bank of Nova Scotia. Okay, close enough. I don't know what the fuck Nova Scotia is. Please tell me this labels the fucking territories. NS. Oh my god. Is it on some stupid fucking island? New Brown. Okay, you know what? We'll go look. Newfoundland? New Brunswick? Ontario? We'll find it. Manitoba? That's not real. Saskatchewan? That's not real. Alberta? That's barely real. BC? Where the Nova Scotia? I don't know where the fuck Nova Scotia is. These are the Yukon. These are places you talk about, but they don't actually, they're not real. Nova Scotia. Wait, this is Canada, right? Am I losing my mind? No, it is. I know it is. I'm not going to gaslight myself. Prince Edward's Island. Oh, oh, it is over here. Okay, fuck you. Okay. It's got to be the capital city, because it's always the capital. Because where the fuck else would we be? And before it's not, I hope it's not Nova Scotia. The years. Look at these cars. Baby, we're in 1965. Can I get a more precise year anywhere? Is there a year on the license plate? Does that say 59? I can't read it. These have to be 60s cars, right? Oh my god, that wind outside, bro. We're not fucking around right now. Okay, good luck. Fuck it. Oh my god. Oh, they did lay bait us. Oh, what an epic debate. You know what? 8 out of 10 epic debate for that one. And we were in 73. A view down a street in downtown Montreal, Canada. Good one. Drive caution slowly. Fuck. This is one of those iron fucking symbols that the Nazis all know that I don't. Fucking fuck me. Aircraft, bombs, and armament. Okay. All right. Okay, we got this. Look at that front. This is a 1940s front for sure. Absolutely. Oxford. Bongland. Aerated bread? Holy shit. A Bonger delicacy. Franklin's. Edward Franklin's. Okay. Oh, look at their bonging out with those big Doctor Who hats, for sure. Unk 280. Oh, UK 280. Probably also means we're bonging. What were they bonging out over here on? Who the fuck is this guy? Damn. Damn. Observation. Kite something. Okay. New York Life offers guidance to help plan your future together today. Thank you. This has to be some like parade bullshit or something, right? Okay, good luck. Okay. We always guess London because fuck it. And we're going to say 47. I don't know. Fuck it. Good luck. Oh my God. Capture German planes being paraded through the streets of London at the end of World War I. Fuck. I would have thought they would be dropping bombs like this from planes yet. I don't know how sophisticated the planes were. Fuck. At least it was in London. That's a blimp? Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like a bomb. A blimp makes more sense. You know what? 35K. We take it. Anything over 35 we take. Will we be watching the Game Awards? Nope. Okay. More of this. Good luck. All right, we're done doing fun stuff. Now it's boring time. Get fucked. Ooh. 2 authors, Hamilton and James Madison for this one. Okay, we're going to read this and we're going to try to finish our econ quiz. 950 or you're washed? Yeah, I'll throw out a 950 real quick. And then we'll, okay, I can do this, sure. Okay. Close enough. You know what? One more. Hold on. Okay, one more. Bucket. The same subject continued, the insufficiency of the present Confederation to preserve the Union. Okay, not too long. Among the confederacies of antiquity, the most considerable was that of the Grecian republics, associated under the Amphictyonic Council. Amphictyonic? Christ.
Amphictyonic.
Thank you for the AI pronunciation. From the best accounts transmitted of this celebrated institution, it bore a very instructive analogy to the present Confederation of the American States. The members retained the character of independent and sovereign states and had equal votes in the federal council. This council had a general authority to propose and resolve whatever it judged necessary for the common welfare of Greece, to declare and carry on war, to decide, in the last resort, all controversies between the members, to fine the aggressing party, to employ the whole force of the confederacy against the disobedient, to admit new members. The Amphictyons were the guardians of religion and of the immense riches belonging to the temple of Delphos, where they had the right of jurisdiction in controversies between the inhabitants and those who came to consult the oracle. As a further provision for the efficacy of the federal powers, they took an oath mutually to defend and protect the united cities, to punish the violators of this oath, and to inflict vengeance on sacrilegious despoilers of the temple. Despoilers? 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 In theory and upon paper, this apparatus of power seems amply sufficient for all general purposes. In several material instances, they exceed the powers enumerated in the Articles of Confederation. The Amphictyons had in their hands the superstition of the times, one of the principal engines by which government was then maintained. They had a declared authority to use coercion against refractory cities, and were bound by oath to exert this authority on the necessary occasions. Very different, nevertheless, was the experiment from the theory. The powers, like those of the present Congress, were administered by deputies appointed wholly by the cities in their political capacities and exercised over them in the same capacities. Hence the weakness, the disorders, and finally the destruction of the Confederacy. The more powerful members, instead of being kept in awe and subordination, tyrannized successively over all the rest. Athens, as we learned from Demosthenes, was the arbiter of Greece 73 years. The Lacedaemonians, next governed it 29 years. At a subsequent period, after the Battle of Leuctra, the Thebans had their turn of domination. It happened, but too often, according to Plutarch, that the deputies of the strongest cities awed and corrupted those of the weaker, and that judgment went in favor of the most powerful party. This essay draws upon the history of the Greek republics, argues that the federal power they possessed or lacked was defining in their maintaining control over the entirety of the Confederacy, or of the Republic, I guess? I don't know. Of Greece. I don't know. I think so. Okay. Even in the midst of defensive and dangerous wars with Persia and Macedon, the members never acted in concert and were, more or fewer of them, eternally the dupes or the hirelings of the common enemy. The intervals of foreign wars were filled up by domestic vicissitudes, convulsions, and carnage. After the conclusions of the war with Xerxes, it appears that the Lacedaemonians, required that a number of the cities should be turned out of the Confederacy for the unfaithful part they had acted. The Athenians, finding that the Lacedaemonians would lose fewer partisans by such a measure than themselves and would become masters of the public deliberations, vigorously opposed and defeated the attempt. This piece of history proves at once the inefficiency of the Union, the ambition and jealousy of its most powerful members, and the dependent and degraded condition of the rest. The smaller members, though entitled by the theory of their system to revolve in equal pride and majesty around the common center, had become, in fact, satellites of the orbs of primary magnitude. Had the Greeks, said the Millet, been as wise as they were courageous, they would have been admonished by experience of the necessity of a closer union, and would have availed themselves of the peace which followed the success against the Persian arms to establish such a reformation. Instead of this obvious policy, Athens and Sparta, inflated with the victories and the glory they had acquired, became first rivals and then enemies, and did each other infinitely more mischief than they had suffered from Xerxes. Their mutual jealousies, fears, hatred, Xerxes, okay. Jealousies, fears, hatreds, and injuries ended in the celebrated Peloponnesian War, which itself ended in the ruin and slavery of the Athenians who had begun it. As a weak government, when not at war, is ever agitated by internal dissensions, so these never fail to bring on fresh calamities from abroad. For a week, okay, as a week, okay. The Phocians, having plowed up some consecrated ground belonging to the temple of Apollo, the Amphictyonic Council, according to the superstition of the age, imposed a fine on the sacrilegious offenders. The Phocians, being abetted by Athens and Sparta, refused to submit to the decree. The Thebans, which others of the cities undertook to maintain the authority of the Amphictyons and to avenge the violated god. The latter, being the weaker party, invited the assistance of Philip of Macedon, who had secretly fostered the contest. Philip gladly seized the opportunity of executing the designs he had long planned against the liberties of Greece. By his intrigues and bribes, he won over to his interests the popular leaders of several cities. By their influence and votes, gained admission into the Amphictyonic Council, and by his arts and arms, made himself master of the confederacy. Lacedaemonian, is that how I pronounce it? One of the interesting themes of all of the Federalist Papers is one of the biggest worries of all of the founding father people is this idea of internal strife being co-opted by external enemies. Funny parallels to today, but such were the consequences of the fallacious principle on which this interesting establishment was founded. Had Greece, says a judicious observer on her fate, been united by a stricter confederation and persevered in her union, she would have never worn the chains of Macedon and might have proved a barrier to the vast projects of Rome. The Achaean League, as it is called, was another society of Grecian republics which supplies us with valuable instruction. The union here was far more intimate and its organization much wiser than in the preceding instance. Okay. It will accordingly appear that though not exempt from a similar catastrophe, it is by no means equally deserved it. The cities composing this league retained their municipal jurisdiction, appointed their own officers, and enjoyed a perfect equality. The Senate, in which they were represented, had the sole and exclusive right of peace and war, of sending and receiving ambassadors, of entering into treaties and alliances, of appointing a chief magistrate or praetor, as he was called, who commanded their armies, and who, with the advice and consent of 10 of the senators, not only administered the government in the recess of the Senate, but had a great share in its deliberations when assembled. According to the primitive constitution, there were 2 praetors associated in the administration, but on trial a single one was preferred. Okay, the chief magistrate is the praetor, okay. It appears that the cities had all the same laws and customs, the same weights and measures, and the same money, but how far this effect proceeded from the authority of the federal council is left in uncertainty. It is said only that the cities were in a manner compelled to receive the same laws and usages. When Lacedaemon was brought into the league by Philippomen, it was attended with an abolition of the institutions and laws of Lycurgus and an adoption of those of the Achaeans. I don't know how to pronounce any of these fucking stupid names. The Amphictyonic Confederacy, of which she had been a member, left her in the full exercise of her government and her legislation. This circumstance alone proves a very material difference in the genius of the 2 systems. It is much to be regretted that such imperfect monuments remain of this curious political fabric. Could its interior structure and regular operation be ascertained, it is probable that more light would be thrown by it on the science of federal government than by any of the like experiments with which we are acquainted. Okay, hold on. Okay, too many people, Jesus. It is much to be regretted that such imperfect monuments remain of this curious political fabric. Could its interior structure and regular... okay. One important fact seems to be witnessed by all historians who take notice of Achaean affairs. It is that as well after the renovation of the League by Aratus, as before its dissolution by the arts of Macedon, there was infinitely more of moderation and justice in the administration of its government, and less of violence and sedition in the people, than were to be found in any of the cities exercising singly all the prerogatives of sovereignty. The Abbé Mabley, in his observations on Greece, says that the popular government, which was so tempestuous elsewhere, caused no disorders in the members of the Achaean Republic because it was there tempered by the general authority and laws of the confederacy. We are not to conclude too hastily, however, that faction did not, in a certain degree, agitate the particular cities, much less that a due subordination and harmony reigned in the general system. The contrary is sufficiently displayed in the vicissitudes and fate of the Republic. Whilst the Amphictyonic confederacy remained, that of the Achaeans, which comprehended the less important cities only, made little figure on the theater of Greece. When the former became a victim to Macedon, the latter was spared by the policy of Philip and Alexander. Under the successors of these princes, however, a different policy prevailed. The arts of division were practiced among the Achaeans. Each city was seduced into a separate interest, and the union was dissolved. Some of the cities fell under the tyranny of Macedonian garrisons, others under that of usurpers springing out of their own confusions. Shame and oppression ere long awaken their love of liberty. A few cities were united. Their example was followed by others as opportunities were found of cutting off their tyrants. The League soon embraced almost the whole Peloponnesus. Macedon saw its progress, but it was hindered by internal dissensions from stopping it. All Greece caught the enthusiasm and seemed ready to unite in one confederacy when the jealousy and envy in Sparta and Athens of the rising glory of the Achaeans threw a fatal damp on the enterprise. The dread of the Macedonian power induced the League to court the alliance of the kings of Egypt and Syria, who, as successors of Alexander, were rivals of the king of Macedon. This policy was defeated by Cleomenes, king of Sparta, who was led by his ambition to make an unprovoked attack on his neighbors, the Achaeans, and who, as an enemy to Macedon, had interest enough with the Egyptian and Syrian princes to effect a breach of their engagements with the League. Jesus, I don't know any of this Greek history at all, but okay. The Achaeans were now reduced to the dilemma of submitting to Cleomenes, or of supplicating the aid of Macedon, its former oppressor. The latter expedient was adopted. The contest of the Greeks always afforded a pleasing opportunity to that powerful neighbor of intermeddling in their affairs. A Macedonian army quickly appeared. Cleomenes was vanquished. The Achaeans soon experienced, as often happens, that a victorious and powerful ally is but another name for a master. All that their most abject compliances could obtain from him was a toleration of the exercise of their laws. Philip, who was now on the throne of Macedon, soon provoked by his tyrannies fresh combinations among the Greeks. The Achaeans, though weakened by internal dissensions by the revolt of Messene, one of its members, being joined by the Aetolians and Athenians, erected the standard of opposition, finding themselves, though thus supported, unequal to the undertaking. They once more had recourse to the dangerous expedient of introducing the succor of foreign arms. The Romans, to whom the invitation was made, eagerly embraced it. Philip was conquered, Macedon subdued. A new crisis ensued to the League. Dissensions broke out amongst its members. These the Romans fostered. Callicrates and other popular leaders became mercenary instruments for inveigling their countrymen. The more effectually to nourish discord and disorder the Romans had, to the astonishment of those who confided in their sincerity, already proclaimed universal liberty throughout Greece. With the same insidious views, they now seduced the members from the League by representing to their pride the violation it committed on their sovereignty. By these arts, this union, the last hope of Greece, the last hope of ancient liberty, was torn into pieces, and such imbecility and distraction introduced that the arms of Rome found little difficulty in completing the ruin which their arts had commenced. The Achaeans were cut to pieces, and Achaia loaded with chains, under which it is groaning at this hour. I have thought it not superfluous to give the outlines of this important portion of history, both because it teaches more than one lesson, and because, as a supplement to the outlines of the Achaean constitution, it emphatically illustrates the tendency of federal bodies rather to anarchy among the members than to tyranny in the head. Jesus Christ. Okay. I imagine if you know more Greek history, maybe the people at the time did, or knew more about the ongoings, that it would be, this would be more sensible. But I'm guessing these are all just like examples of how, I guess, members of a state fight against each other and all that, yeah.
to Amazon.com/thegameawards.
Based. Do writings like this from old politicians blackpill you on current ones? Listen. The times are the times, you know. Any fun plans today? Yeah, we are finishing our set 1 problems. So we can start lesson 4. Okay. Measuring nominal and real GDP. Considering the following closed economy, or consider the following closed economy in which there are only 3 goods: masks, movies, and air travel. The following table gives the prices and quantities consumed of the 3 goods for 2019 and 2020 and 2021. Points, 5 points. Compute the nominal GDP of each year and show your work. Okay. How do we convert 2017 chain dollars into 2012 chain dollars? I have no idea. Listen, they changed how they accounted for it. What are we supposed to do? Okay, compute the nominal GDP of each year. Okay, there are only 3 goods. The following table gives the prices and quantities consumed. Okay. So the price and the quantity consumed. So you'd literally just multiply these and add, right? I think that's pretty easy. Wait. Why am I using this? I should be using this. Fuck this. Of each year. So 0.1 times 60 is 6, plus 5 times 90 is 450. 456 plus 100 times 15. So it's 1,906. Did I fuck this up? I don't know. 6 plus 450 plus 1,500, right? Yes, I'm not being fucking stupid. Oh, 1,956. So for 2019, for 2020, it's 800 plus 50 plus 400. So 1,250. And then for 2021, it is 0.5 times 350. Whoops. Plus 300 plus 150, which is 625. Wow. Compute the real GDP for each year using 2019 as the base year, then compute annual RGDP growth for each year and express it as a percentage. Considering the following, let's say, the goods, following price, okay. Compute the real GDP. Wait, how do we measure inflation from year to year? Do I just like average the prices of each thing? Compute the real GDP for each year using 2019 as the base year. Then compute annual RGDP, real GDP growth. I have no fucking idea how we... Wait, are you supposed to assume that, like, a change in price is a change in, like, that's, like, so, like, the real GDP or whatever is, like, 4 times higher than the... Or this would be 20 times higher. Wait, I have no idea how to do this. You can just use the 2019 prices for every year? Really? Consider... Oh, wait, because it's a closed economy? Oh, wait, actually, wait, that might mean... Is that really what you can do? Is that really how you do it? Compute the real GDP. Jesus Christ. What's going on out there? Okay. We're looking at the answers. What do they say? Okay, solution, we know this. Oh shit, I left a 0 out here. Whoops. 1970, close enough, okay. Okay, compute the real GDP for each year, 20, then compute annual RGDP. Okay, denote RGDP on a space as the real GDP for year T using base year B, then GT, T plus 1 is the growth rate between T. 0.1 plus. Is it just using so you just use the price from year 1 for everything? Compute the real GDP for each year using 2019 as the base here. Okay, I guess that is. Any change in price is inflation since you're assuming the product stays the same. Yeah, I guess that's true, right? Because we're assuming it's a closed economy and there's not like population growth or any whatever bullshit, right? I think. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Compute the real GDP for each year using 2019 as a base year. Okay. So then the real GDP would be, wait, okay, so 175 plus 300 plus 50. Sorry, fuck, I fucked this one. This is 1975. So the real GDP for year 1 would stay the same. It'll be the same as the nominal GDP. So in 2019, it should be 1,956. And then for 2020, it would just be because it's 0.1, so it'd be 40 plus 5 times 10, it would be using the price of 2019 would be 50 plus 100 times 10 is 1,000, right? So for 2020, it would be 1,090. And then for 2021, it'd be 0.1 times 350 would be 35 plus 50 would be 35 plus 5 times 60 would be 300 plus 100 times 20 would be 2,000. Okay. So for 2021, it would be 2,335, I think, hopefully. Was it really this low in year 2? It was. 100 times 10 is 1,000. Yeah, okay. Compute the real GDP for each year using 2019 as a base year, then compute annual RGDP growth for each year and express it as a percentage. So it would be it would be 1,090 divided by 1956 minus 1, basically, right? So it'd be a 44% contraction. Or negative 44%. I don't know how you'd want that written. And then from this to this, it would be a 214% growth. Expansion. So it'd be easy if you use the textbooks to support what you're already doing. Well, the problem sets are right here now. Okay, solution. Okay, so they have 1956, yes. 1090, $1,090, yes. And then 2335, yes. That's easy enough. And then this is negative 44%, yes. And then this is 114.22%, or 214%. I guess it would be, because you're talking growth. So it'd be 114% growth. Okay. All right, and then 3 is compute the real GDP for each year using 2020 as the base year. Then compute our GDP growth and express it as a percentage. Explain why it is different from the real GDP growth computed using 2019 as the base year. And they did the same using 2021 as a base year. Okay. So using 2020, it would be 2 times 60 is 120 plus 800 plus 700. And then it would be 450 plus 50. Wait. I'm doing the wrong thing. Sorry, hold on. For 2019, it would be 2 times 60 is 120 plus 5 times 90 is 450 plus 40 times 15 is 400 plus 200 is 600, right? Because we're in 2020 prices times 2019 quantities, so that's 2019. And then 2020 would be 2 times 400 is 800, 5 times 10 is 50, plus 40 times 10 is 400. And then for 2021, it would be 350 times 2 is 700. Plus 60 times 5 is 300, and then 20 times 40 is 800, right? Yeah, okay. So the real GDP would be, it's 1,050 and 120 is 1,170. 570 plus 600, I think, yeah. And then this would be 1,250, and then this would be 1,800. And then GDP change is just simple math. It's 1,250 divided by 1,170 is a 6.8% growth. 1800 divided by 1250 is 44% growth. And then part of the question is explain why it is different. Compare this. Okay, then computed. Explain why it is different from the real GDP growth computed using 2019 as the base year. Fuck, well, what would be the answer to that? I mean, I can tell you mathematically. The reason is because you're producing different quantities for a different price. But I imagine there's probably a more detailed answer. Let's see. 6.8% growth, 44% growth. That's right. 1170, 1250, obviously. Okay, what's the answer for... The two calculations of GDP growth are different because changes in relative prices affect the weights associated with each of the goods. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you would... Yeah, obviously. It's because the relative value of the goods has changed. Yeah. So like I imagine in 2021, if the price of this were to go down significantly, then people would probably consume a lot more of it. But if we measured the quantity of this produced in 2020 price, that wouldn't really make any sense because people probably wouldn't consume as much if it had the same price as it did in 2020, if that makes sense, right? So you're just suggesting like one of the things. Question 3, okay, question 4. The BEA has adopted a different method to compute growth rates. It's explained in full in the appendix of chapter 2. The formula is given by G sub T minus T, comma, T times T minus T plus G. Okay, Jesus, so many letters. Where this is the growth rate calculated by the BEA between years T and T minus T, okay, and G sub T minus T and T at B, or T, a function of T function B or something, is the growth rate between year T and T minus 1 using B sigma containing the set of T and T minus T is the base year, okay. Use this method to calculate the growth rate between 2021 and 2020, between 2020 and 2019. Jesus Christ. This is the growth rate calculated by the... Okay, this is the growth rate between years two. Using this as a base here. Use this method to calculate the growth rate between 2021 and 2020. Okay. So the growth rate for 1 year would be is the growth rate between T and T minus T using holy fuck. It's a base here. Use this method to calculate the growth rate between 2021 and 2020. So I guess essentially what you're doing is you're taking 2 years and then you're adding the growth rate of those 2 years, 1 year and the year before it, and then you're averaging them? Is that the point of this, or? Let's see, solution. So this is looking at the growth rate of 2019 and the growth rate of 2020. And then 2020 and 2021. The idea of averaging the growth rates using different base years is to capture substitution across goods if some of the goods become more expensive. Using a fixed set of relative prices across years is equivalent to assuming that consumer baskets do not change in response to price changes. In this sense, the BEA method is better, however, it is still imperfect. For example, in the context of COVID pandemic, it makes little sense to place any weight on the value of masks before the pandemic when compared to their value during it. Okay, I think that makes sense. Is the growth rate? Okay. Okay. Wait, so for this function here, okay, hold on. Calculate the growth rate between 2021 and 2020, and then between 2020 and 2019. I need an easier way to write shit down. Are we missing information? No, I just need to understand what all the variables are. I should be using my iPad for this. Okay, so T is just the year, basically, right? That's what T means. So this is, if I want the growth rate between 2020 and 2019, then I have 2020 minus 2019, obviously. Wait, right? Hold on. Wait, no, wait. Hold on. I'm not getting this correct. Between years T and T minus 1. T and T minus 1. T is 2020, T minus 1 is 2019. T is 20. Okay, no, wait, that's right. Okay, wait. It's a lot of letters to say compute the growth using the front and back years of the base rate and average. Yeah, no, I understand, but I need to understand like I'm so, dude, I've forgotten everything from math. Okay. I just need to understand exactly what's being written down here is important. Okay. This thing here is our growth rate. Okay. This is our BEA growth rate. It's using the years T, between years T and T minus T. So T should be some variable, so like 2020, and then T minus T is, how am I supposed to know, like, okay, between the years T and then T minus some number, 2020 and 20, so little t is just the number of years between the periods that I want to measure, basically, right? And G sub t minus t, or when then t function of b, wait, is the growth rate between the year Lowercase t represents an arbitrary time period, and RKS t equals 1. Yeah. It's the growth rate between year t and the other year that I want using b and then sigma, and then the set of t and t minus 1 is the base year. Using this method, okay. So the little t is going to be the time. Okay. So when he's writing this here, I guess, is he just abbreviating? Is he writing like 19 when it should be like 2019? Is that that's just a shorthand that he's using? Like the difference between the year 2019 and 2020? He's just writing the shorthand. Okay. All right. That makes some sense. Okay. Okay. So okay, so then t, okay, so then t is the year 20. Okay, so t minus 1, or t minus the time period would be 20 minus 1 is 19, right? But the number in the brackets doesn't represent a value to multiply by. It might be a bit confusing because it's using functional notation. Yeah, true. This isn't like a multiplication problem. That's right. Okay, and then what is this final function written as? It's 19 plus 20. So he's just taking the average growth rates of from 1 year in 2019 to 2020, and then averaging them out. I'm just saying this is a really complicated way of expressing that, but that's essentially what we're doing, right? So if we scroll up and we look at like 6.84, so it would be minus 37.69. Divided by 2, but that's not right. That's not what we're looking at. Of 2019, and 2020. This is because this basically is looking at the 1 year growth rate from 2019 to 2020. In 2019, this look. Wait, oh my god, my brain is fucked on this. Holy shit! I need a. What is this considered? Like, I don't even know if this would be pre-calc. I hate how many variables I use in econ. It makes me feel like a fucking retard. But specifically use the bit in the brackets as the base here. It's not even hard math. There's just a lot of fucking variables that are driving me crazy. The bit in the bracket as the base here. Okay, fuck it. I'll come back to this. Fuck it. I'll look at this off screen. I seem to wrap my head around that notation. Something that tends to be useful with this sort of notation is to map it back to natural language, as in growth rate xy given the base, given the x base year, where the bracket is spoken as given the base year. Given the base year. Oh, given the base here, as in given the way of calculating. Oh, wait, hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, I understand. this is looking at the real GDP growth from 2019 to 2020 using the year 2019 as your base year to calculate real GDP. And then this is using the real GDP growth from 2019 to 2020 using 2020 as the real year. And then it's averaging the two of those. Okay, thank you. Wait, who donated that? You paid me $20 to teach me. Thank you. I understand. Okay. So if we come back up here, the reason why my math didn't work here before is so we're looking at, okay, so the real growth from 2019 to 2020 using 2019 is, okay, so let's just do this real quick. Okay. So the problem would be, okay, this is a growth rate calculated by the using the years t and t minus 1, and this function bullshit. It's the growth rate between using is the base here. Use this method to calculate the growth rate between 2021 and 2020. Okay, so the growth rate between 2021 and 2020. Okay, the growth rate between 2021 and 2020. So I'm just taking the growth rate between 2020 to 2021, and I'm averaging out the growth rate using the real prices over here and the real prices over here, basically, right? Am I cheating mathematically if I were to just use the average of the real price on both of these and then like add it all and multiply? Is that cheating or would that work? I don't know if I'm breaking substitution laws there if I do that. So like, let's just say I average the goods out to be, so 2 plus 0.5 would be 2.5 divided by 2, and then multiply that by everything like that. Would that give you the same answer? But, okay, but regardless, yes, because that's not the purpose of the calculation. Okay. Okay, so hold on. So 2020 would be 2 times 400. I'll do the math on one of these to make sure I'm not mind-fucking myself. Okay, so 2020 to 2021 is 800 plus 50 plus 400 is 1250. And then that's going, and then we're using 2020 prices. And then that would be 700 plus 5 times 60 is 300 plus 40 and 20 is 800. So it would be 1800. And then if you were to do the same calculation but using 2021 prices, it would be 0.5 times 400 is 200 plus 5 times 10 is 50 plus 75 times 10 is 150 is 1,000. 0.5 times 350 is 175 plus, 175 plus 300 plus 75 plus 1,500, right? 1975. Okay. So it'd be 1250 minus, okay, 1250 minus, no. Sorry. It'd be 1,800 divided by 1250 is 44%. And then it would be 1975 divided by 1,000 would be 97%. 97.5 plus 44 divided by 2 is 70.75. Am I doing this right? I don't know if that answer showed up on either. Oh, fuck. Okay, yes. So this would be, okay, 70.75%. Jesus. Okay. The idea of averaging the growth rates using different years to capture such cross. Okay, so I understand this. All right, it's just fucking weird as fuck. Okay, tomorrow we'll do question 3. And then back to the videos, I think, right? Yeah, it's just 3 questions. Jesus. Okay, have fun, be careful, don't die. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay safe.